The do's and don'ts of Instagram marketing for your online therapy practice. That is the topic of today's video. The reason why I'm making this video is because recently I've had a lot of therapists reach out to me and ask me, Jonathan, how can I grow my online therapy practice or my online coaching practice using the Instagram platform? And because of that, I want to answer your questions and answer your call and make this video so that I can help you guys grow your independent online therapy practice, because that's what the Online Therapist Academy is all about. That's what I'm all about, is about us being independent, having no middleman, and building and growing our own independent online businesses. So before I get there, I want to ask you guys, are you currently using the Instagram platform to grow your online therapy practice or your online coaching practice? If you are, what's your experience like? Are you having a good time with it? Are you increasing your follower count, your like count? Are you having difficulties finding ideal clients through Instagram? Or does it just seem like this platform, it's a black hole of time that you're putting a lot of time into it, but you're really not getting a lot out? Drop a comment down below or ask a question, better yet. Let me know what your experience is with the platform so I can give you a response. I can hit you up with a reply, or I can DM with you. I can do whatever it is I can and offer to help you grow and to continue to grow your online therapy practice using Instagram. So hit me up with a comment down below. While you're down there, hit subscribe to this channel because your support really means a lot to me. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like because that's also fantastic for me. It helps me get motivated to make more amazing content for you guys. So back to the do's and the don'ts. Well, the first thing I want you guys to do is to think about Instagram as the top of your funnel. Now, as we are online therapists and we're trying to build online practices, whatever we're doing, if we're online, we've got to start thinking in terms of online marketing. And when we start thinking about online marketing, then yes, we need to start thinking about sales funnels. And that is why we use that term sales funnel when we talk about Instagram, because Instagram is at the very top of that funnel. Think of it like a big convention or a big networking event that you go to, where you know absolutely no one at the event. Pretty intimidating. I know it was intimidating for me. It still is for my wife. She's fantastic at it. A lot of people laugh at me because I'm like so shy, but she gets out there and she just has a fantastic time. She's so good at it. Well, that's what Instagram is about, but we can level that playing field. We can make it a little bit easier when we interact with people online, because there are tools and tools and tips and strategies that I'm going to teach you later on in this video. But until then, I want you guys to think about Instagram as a top of your funnel. It's that big networking event where you can go out and you can interact with people and you can start bringing them closer to your ecosystem. And that is the purpose of this video, because it's about you getting an understanding of how to leverage and how to use Instagram to start growing your online practice. And you do that by thinking of it as a networking event, thinking of it as a big convention or a big party or an office meetup, whatever it is, conference that we all go to. It's one of those intimidating things that, yes, if you let it be intimidating, it's going to be intimidating. But if you just step out there and plan to enjoy it and just relax and have a good time and think of it as just a top of the funnel place where you're going to meet some people, then yes, it gets a whole lot less intimidating and you'll actually get out there and have a little bit of fun doing it. Because at the end of the party, we all notice that we're having a great time, and who even realized at the beginning that we were all that introverted and felt really intimidated. So Instagram is a top of your funnel where you're going out and meeting a bunch of random people and you're going to have some fun. The second and not the most important, but I really want you guys to remember, I can't drill this home often enough. Instagram is a place where you add value to the users of the Instagram platform. You have to add value to their lives, Instagram wants you to keep users on the Instagram platform, just like YouTube wants you to keep YouTube users on the YouTube platform, and Facebook is the same. But Instagram, that's really important for the platform and also for the users, because when you add value, an immense value, through the captions and through your wealth of experience and all the great, wonderful things you have to say as a clinician, when you add that value to the lives of Instagram users, it keeps people on the platform. And when you keep people on the platform, Instagram will favor your content and it will show your content to more of your followers. So way back when you first started posting on Instagram back in 2015, 2016, they just showed your post chronologically. Now that algorithm's completely changed, and the algorithm now judges whether your post is good or whether it's worthy of being shown to more people. And the way it does that is it starts showing it to people, and if no one's commenting and engaging on your post, it's going to die a slow death, or actually probably a quick death, and no one's going to get to see what your post is all about and what you're talking about and all that great experience that you have. So you really need to be thinking in terms of adding the most value that you possibly can to each and every post. And that drives into do number 3, which is to think of Instagram as the place where you get to showcase your work. Now, the Louvre is not putting their most terrible works of art up for display. They're putting the Mona Lisas up there, and you got to be thinking the exact same thing when it comes to your feed. A little bit differently when it comes to your IGTV or when it comes to your Instagram stories. But when you're talking about your feed, you want to make sure you're putting good content up there. You don't want to I don't want to use a swear word, so I won't. You don't want to like do a half-hearted effort of putting a video up or a post or writing something out and not really taking a lot of time in your captions. I write my captions sometimes 5 times over. I edit them, I correct them, I insert emojis. In my videos, I sometimes may take 2-3 takes. In fact, the video that you're watching right now is I think my 3rd or 4th or 5th take of this very video. So every single thing you do, especially when it comes to your main feed, is you want to make sure that you're putting as much effort in and you're thinking of it as your own Louvre. And I'm terrible. Don't hate me for my terrible French accent. I think I said it right, but I don't know if I did. But think of your feed as your work of art, and it's where you're showcasing all your works of art. So curate the very best content that you possibly curate and show to those people. Because the 4th tip is that, and I'm sorry, I'm just having to read it off because I couldn't remember all of this. Anyway, it's on my computer. But the 4th tip is that Instagram is where the eyeballs and the attention of your future clients are. So your eyeballs of all your future clients, the attention of all your future clients, it's on the platform. It's on Instagram. It's not anywhere else. And I can tell you, those 3 platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they capture a vast majority of the online time spent, the time spent online. You got to make sure that you recognize and acknowledge the fact that your ideal clients are on Instagram right now with their eyeballs and with their attention. So you need to be thinking in terms of, I've got to go out and leverage that, utilize that, capture that. Think of their attention and their eyeballs as the river. It's just like a river flowing that we can just build a little eddy and capture some of their attention and capture some of their eyeballs, because it's going to stick around and then it's going to go off to the next person. But hopefully while they stick around and start swimming around in our little eddy there, we get to convert them from comment into client. And so that is one really important thing to remember, is that the eyeballs and the attention of your future clients are on the platform. The next thing to remember is that Instagram is the fastest growing social media platform out there today. Instagram is just going nuts. And that's point number 6. The do number 6 is to acknowledge and to recognize that there are over 1 billion users on the platform. And that is really important, but it's also a fantastic opportunity, because now we are all in the life transformation space. We are in the wellness space and the self-care space and the self-help tips and all that. We are in the space of helping people improve their lives and get over their life's most difficult challenges. So is Tony Robbins, so is Sue Johnson and John Gottman and all those other big heavy hitters in our field. But the fact of the matter is, there's 8 billion people on the planet, of which 1 billion of them are on the Instagram platform. I'm sorry, but Tony Robbins, John Gottman, Sue Johnson, all the big wigs, all the great transformation people, they can't help 1 billion people at a time. This is way too many people. So what that means is it represents an enormous opportunity for you, with your wealth of experience and your vast clinical knowledge and all your education and your CEUs, everything that you offer, all the depth you have as a clinician, you get to put out on the Instagram platform and carve out your own niche. And this is an incredible opportunity. So do not forget that there are 1 billion people on the Instagram platform just waiting for you to get out there and introduce your products and services to, so that you can capture some of their eyeballs and their attention and start crushing it on Instagram and growing your independent online therapy practice or your independent online coaching program. The next thing, and before I get there, I just want to say I've built my entire practice using Instagram. When I started way back when, 18 months ago in online therapy and trying to build my practice and build my followers and build my entire online business, I had no idea what I was doing and I was terrible at it. But then slowly over the next 18 months, I learned how to crush it on Instagram. I've now replaced my brick and mortar income on Instagram, and it's all because I learned what it takes to start growing and building an online practice using Instagram. I now teach that to other therapists in the Online Therapist Academy program. We are out there working with therapists just like you on how to leverage Instagram and how to leverage the other social media platforms to fill your high ticket coaching programs and your high ticket therapy practices. But that aside, what's really important to remember is that Instagram offers an amazing opportunity for you to get out there and market your products and services. So don't ever forget that. I'm going to move on to the next tip, which is once you've mastered Instagram, you want to then consider moving over to YouTube. And the reason being is that we are in the talk therapy business. We're talk therapists, we're psychotherapists, we're coaches, whatever we are. But most importantly, our spoken word is our calling card. It's what people want to see. It's like when you go to H&M or when you go to Zara, you're not going there to eat you're not going there to eat a sandwich. You're going there to try on a pair of pants or try on a new shirt. If you don't get to try it on, that's why they have fitting rooms. If you don't get to actually wear it or take that new BMW out for a test ride, you're not going to purchase that product or the service. When you are thinking of Instagram and YouTube as the opportunity to let people hear how you work, let them hear your voice, let them hear your demeanor. Are you a fast talker like me sometimes when I'm in front of the camera? Or are you slow and patient? Are you relaxed and reserved? This is all the attributes and who you are as a clinician that you want to introduce to the world. And that is why video is ultra important. Now with Instagram, you can do that with IGTV. You can post video to IG stories. You can also post videos up to a minute long on your feed. But one of the most natural and next places that you need to go to, it's like man went to the moon. The next place you need to go off the Instagram platform is over to YouTube. And the reason being is that YouTube is a place where you get to make longer videos. You can post videos, you can chop them up, slice them, and dice them and make them look fantastic, add even more value to the lives of people and in your niche. But more importantly, those videos, they stick around for a long time on the YouTube platform. On top of that, YouTube is the second most searched engine out there, second most used search engine out there. So you get to SEO your YouTube videos and you get to put amazing content in your videos on the YouTube platform that gets to stick around for a real long time, and it's just going to bring more and more people to your niche. The other most important thing about that natural transition from Instagram over to YouTube is that you can then cross promote between the two platforms, and it's very, very useful. And the last thing is that you can layer on Facebook, which you've got now this this triad of amazing platforms that you get to promote all your work and all your services and all your value on. So do not ignore YouTube when you're just thinking you're going to use Instagram, because I promise you, when you start leveraging YouTube, you're really going to supercharge your practice, because people get to hear and consume even more of how you work and who you are and your way of being. And that's what people want. Make longer videos, make them more often. It doesn't matter. More is always better when it comes to Instagram as well as YouTube, which moves me down to Instagram stories. 500 million people are using Instagram stories every single day. Do not neglect Instagram stories, because they are a flash in the pan for your content. They get a ton of eyeballs to Instagram stories, which you then can direct people to IGTV, because you can put a link in there. If you've got over 10,000 Instagram followers, you can actually embed your own web link in there, which opens up a tremendous amount of possibilities. But what happens when you get to go direct people to IGTV? You can post longer videos. People can consume more of you. You can also send people from your Instagram story back to your main feed. They'll just naturally go there and consume your main feed. You can send people through from your main feed, from your captions. You can tell them to go click the link in your bio, which could take you to a link tree, which could have your blog. It could have book a breakthrough call with you. It could have sign up to your newsletter. There's so many different ways that you can start utilizing the platform, and Instagram stories is a really important one because it gets a lot of eyeballs. The don'ts of Instagram marketing for your online therapy practice are: don't publish and walk away. And this is a really important point. Do not just make a post, put a post out there, and then just walk away and don't do anything with it. You've got to get out there and promote that post. So obviously you're going to share that post to Facebook, but more importantly, you're going to stick around once you've made your post and published your post on Instagram, and you're going to block off 30 minutes or 1 hour and give yourself the opportunity where you're not doing it. You're not publishing your post right before you're going to your next client session, because if you do that, you're going to miss a huge opportunity to start replying to some of the comments that you'll start getting on your posts. And this is the second point, which is don't forget to reply to the people that are commenting on your post. That's really important. Those are people, especially if you've got less than 100 or a couple hundred or 1,000 followers on your Instagram, for your Instagram account. If you've got people that are showering you with their eyeballs and with their attention, and you're turning them away by not replying to the comments that they give to you on your posts, you're just leaving clients on the table and you're saying, I'm not open for business. And I know how difficult it is. I know you're busy, you've got kids, or you've got a partner, you've got a busy practice, whatever it is. I was there. I used to do that. 5, 6, 7 days would go by, sometimes 2 weeks. I still wouldn't get around to commenting or replying to people's comments on my posts. It was terrible. It definitely wasn't leading to more clients. But when I started getting more disciplined about replying to every single person that makes a comment on one of my posts, I saw my practice explode. I saw people engage with me. I started building relationships. I started getting more DMs. Everything was working amazingly when I really started taking the platform seriously. The next thing is, don't leave your followers hanging. And what I mean by that is, make sure that you interact with your followers on their posts. No one is just going to solve your problems in life. No one is going to show up to you and say, I want to be your client. I don't want anything else from you except to pay you money. No one does that. People want relationships. They want something out of it first. And the way they get something out of it first is by you heading over to them, to their posts, and commenting, dropping a like at the very least, but dropping a well thought, relevant comment to their post, saying hi, interacting with them. But you know what? There's really a ton of opportunity there, because when you drop a comment there, you can say, hey, you know what? I just followed you. Thanks so much. I love your content. It's really great. Love your feed. If you ever want to come over and check out my profile, please do. Love to have you join my crowd. On top of that, you can also say something like, you know what, I've got this fantastic Facebook group that I'd love to invite you in. You know, we're talking about postpartum depression, or we're talking about parenting for single moms. Whatever it is, whatever niche that you're operating in, you get the opportunity to build relationships. And you're not going to build a relationship with people just by sitting back and waiting for them to come to you. You got to go out and get into their space and go over to their feeds and go over to their accounts and give them some love before you'll get love back. The last thing the last thing I want to say before I get to the most important do for marketing your online therapy practice using the Instagram platform is to tell you to go down and find the link in the description below of this video. I'm going to put a link down there that is going to take you to a place where you can give me your Instagram handle, and I will take that and I will I will put that into my machine. I'm working with a fantastic Instagram analytics group out of Europe. We're coming up with a new way to put together an audit for your Instagram account. It's a personalized audit. Once I get that audit, I take it and I wordsmith it. I put my eyeballs on it. I analyze the data and I crunch it all, and I give you back a report saying, these are your opportunities. These are your best posts. This is where you want to double down on. This is some of the things that you don't want to be doing anymore. If you're interested in a free personalized Instagram audit of your account, follow the link in the description below. And the last thing I want to say for Instagram, the last do is to take the Instagram platform seriously. If you are serious about growing a location independent online therapy practice or online coaching practice, you want to take it seriously, because 75%, and that's right, 75% of Instagram users take action on the platform. What that means is they are actively doing something on the platform, like clicking a web link, by watching a video, they're responding, they're DMing, which is another opportunity. I'll make another video on the power of direct message with the Instagram platform, but I'll leave that aside. What I want to say here, though, is with 75% of users of the Instagram platform taking action on the platform, like downloading your ebook, or going to your link tree, or signing up for your newsletter, or booking a breakthrough call with you. If you are not taking the platform seriously, I promise you, you are losing opportunity and you're leaving clients on the table, and you could be crushing it with your online therapy practice. So definitely take the platform seriously. Do yourself a favor, double down on Instagram, get some clarity, follow these do's and don'ts, because I know when you do, you are really going to start seeing some movement and growth with your Instagram account and ultimately with your online therapy practice. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't yet, head on over to the Online Therapist Academy Facebook group. We are an amazing group of clinicians crushing it, building our own independent online therapy practices, our own online coaching practices. If you want to join our community of like-minded clinicians and fantastic people, head on over to the Online Therapist Academy Facebook group. We'd love to have you. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out this video. I look forward to your comments down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and a like and subscribe to the channel. Take care, guys. Bye now.